my channel. Today we're gonna do my everyday makeup tutorial. It is very pink, soft, and girly. Let's get started. So first I'm gonna moisturize my lips. I'm just using good old Vaseline Best Lip Balm. As you can see, I have a lot of blemishes. My skin this year, we've been in a battle. It's been a journey, but we're staying positive. So I'm first gonna go with concealer, and I'm using the Armani Beauty Luminous Silk Concealer. I really like this one just for under my eyes because it is very hydrating. I just like to put 2 dots underneath, and we're gonna blend that out with my Beauty Blender. The skin around my eyes is extremely dry, so I really like this formula because it doesn't sink into my fine lines or cake up or anything. And I'll just kind of spread it around my eye as well. I apologize in advance, my voice is a little stuffed because I'm just recovering from a little cold. We are almost 100% better. I just love how it just lightens up my eyes so nicely. Now I don't really like to use foundations anymore, so I'm going to be using a combination of different concealers to conceal different parts of my face. I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm just going to lightly highlight my forehead and my nose. With this same concealer, I'm going to conceal a little bit of these blemishes right on my forehead. Not too much. Blend that out with the Beauty Blender. For the third concealer, I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal True Match. It's actually more closer to my actual skin tone. And this, we're gonna conceal all of the blemishes on the lower half of my face. I love this formula because it's also very thin and watery. I have some redness around my nose, so we're just going to lightly cover that. I like to also draw some little whiskers on the upper lip, and then we're going to start concealing all of my problematic areas around my chin. I also have some redness around the sides of my face, so I'm just gonna lightly do 2 little swipes like that. Let's blend that out. Now that that's all blended out, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight the rest of my face. I'm gonna just highlight my chin, go over just the sides and center of my face. Now we are done concealing and we're good with the base. We're gonna move on to contour. I've been using this since forever. It's the Fenty Beauty Match Sticks in Mocha, and we're gonna use this to contour my nose. I do like to contour quite aggressively. I actually like to create a line right above the tip of my nose to kind of create a little button nose effect. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Rose Inc Cream Bronzer, and then I'm gonna take this angled dense brush and we are going to start contouring the rest of my face. So I like to actually go right on top of my cheekbones as opposed to the hollows of my cheeks. I just think this looks a lot better on me, and I'm just going to slowly dab and build it up. I'm gonna move that towards my forehead. I'm gonna also do my jawline. And we're not left with any harsh lines or stripes across the face because we're using this brush. Now I'm gonna go back and blend my nose out. So I just kind of like to tap and then move inwards into my eye like this. So that way we're also going in to kind of contour this part, this inner part of my eye, and that will kind of make your eyes look a bit bigger as well. Okay, contour is done. Now we're gonna powder my face, and I'm gonna use the Kosas Cloud Set. I'm using a bigger, fluffier brush, and we're just going to powder my entire face. Because my skin does have texture, I like to powder my entire face, so that way all the bumps on my skin aren't accentuated anywhere. I do find that whenever I do a more dewy look, my bumps and the texture is just kind of very out there, so we always like to stick with a matte base. Now I lied, we're actually not done contour. I'm gonna go in with the Benefit Hoola Bronzer, and I'm actually going to add powder bronzer all over the places that I just contoured. So just really, really lightly, just to get a little bit more definition. Guys, I'm obsessed with contour. I can't live without it. It literally transforms your face. Now moving on to eyes, I'm gonna go in with the Hoola Bronzer again, and we're just going to apply this with a small fluffy brush all over my lids. What we are really doing with this makeup look is trying to make our eyes look as big as possible, because that is extremely important to me. I want my eyes to pop. I'm also going to apply this on my lower lash line, kind of where your ego cell is, which is your little eye bags. I'm kind of covering that up with this bronzer, and I feel like that accentuates actually my ego cell, which makes my eyes look bigger. Now I'm going to tightline my eyes, and I'm using the Clio Extreme Gel Presso pencil liner. And I'm just going to tightline my lash line. I like using this brown shade as opposed to black because I think it just looks a little bit more natural. Then I'm going to go in with the Revlon Color Stay Multiplayer, and this is in a darker brown as well. And I'm just going to put that on the outer corners of my eyes like this. It doesn't need to look pretty. And we're gonna let that dry a little bit. With this product, you can blend it so easily, but if you blend it right away, I find that the color kind of fades too much. So I kind of like to let it dry, and then we're gonna blend it out with our finger. So while that is drying, we're gonna start doing our blush. I'm gonna take the MAC Glow Play Cushiony Blush, and this is the prettiest shade of pink. It's a very cool baby pink shade, and I'm just going to put it on the center of my cheeks. I have very, very wide cheekbones, so lately what I've been doing is I've actually been putting my blush on the center of my cheeks as opposed to on my cheeks and towards my temples, which is what I used to do. And I've been finding that my face just looks a lot more smaller, more girly and cute and lovable if I do my blush this way. Some days I'll still do, you know, the sides of my face and into my temples, but lately this is what I've been loving. Now we're gonna start blending that liner that we put on the eyes. And I'm literally just taking my finger and I'm just going to lightly start swiping. And I like to swipe inwards. So after blending, this is what it should look like. I'm gonna do the other side. Okay, so now that that is all blended out, I'm gonna go in with some eyeliner. I'm not gonna draw too crazy of a line. We're just gonna do a really simple, short little wing. And then I just kind of like to dot my lash line for a very thin black line on my eyes. So we are left with something like that. Okay, I feel like our eyes finally look really big. I feel like they look so much bigger than before. Okay, now we're gonna finish off the eyes with some mascara. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerized Volume Mascara. I have tried so many mascaras, and this one really does not smudge at all. You know when at the end of the night you kind of look like a panda because all of your mascara has run beneath your eyes? I hate that the most. And I went through so many different products to find the right mascara, and this one does not do that. So we're gonna start off with one coat, and then I like to go with a second coat right after it's dry. And I love this mascara brush because it's slightly curved, so it is very easy to do your lower lash line without touching your skin. One last finishing touch to the eyes. I'm going to take that Gel Presso liner, and I'm actually going to line the inner bottom corner of my eye. So I kind of like to take the corner of my eye and then I go outwards like this, so it kind of gives the illusion of a cat eye. I'm going to do the same on this side. And now I feel like my eyes look even bigger, and we're left with this little cute cat eye look. Now before we do the brows, I'm gonna go in with a powder blush. I know I like to kind of jump around all my products, but this is just the way that I've always been doing it. This is the Kimchi Chic, oh my gosh, it's so old that all of the print is kind of gone, but I'll list everything in the description box. I'm just gonna go over the area that we went over our cream blush. And this just adds some more color to our face. For my brows, I'm using the Kiss Me Heavy Rotation Coloring Eyebrow. This shade is actually, I would say, one or two shades lighter than my actual hair. It's an ash gray brown. I found that when I did my brows with the exact same color as my hair, it just came off way too strong and harsh. So I tried this product out, and I really like this color on my brows now that I have black hair. So because I have such thick brows, I actually don't really fill them in anymore. I just kind of go over my brows with this gel just to change the color of them. Okay, my brows are done. So easy and simple. Now the very last thing, finally lips. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Lip Liner. I'm just gonna overline my lips slightly. So right where my Cupid's bow is, I kind of like to connect that line. Just slightly like that. And I will drag the line a little bit into this part of my lip. And then I will overline the bottom part of my lip. We're not touching the sides of my lip at all. Now I'm gonna use the MAC Glow Play Lip Balm. I love this pink. Again, it's a cool pink. I'm really into cool pinks these days. It's so moisturizing and it makes your lips look so juicy. And then to finish off, we're gonna do some lip gloss. This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Ice. It's just a clear lip gloss. And we are all done. Okay guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed my everyday makeup look. If you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. It's all at Stephanie On. But that is about it. I hope you guys all have the best day ever and I will see you in my next video. Bye!